Hello everybody, Badger here, and I want to talk to you guys about a special game series that I love, and I talked about this on channel before. It's Senran Kagura, and what's happened with a game that is supposed to be here, but it's just not. Senran Kagura 7. Let's talk about that. Senran Kagura is a beloved series created from the mind of Kenichiro Takaki. Starting back with its first release on September 22nd, 2011, Senran Kagura Skirting Shadows, or Senran Kagura Burst outside of Japan, the series would continue to create games for the Nintendo 3DS, PS Vita, PS4, PC, mobile devices, and Nintendo Switch, and the entire series would sell over 1.5 million copies worldwide. But it's a shame that the series is on its last threads. Besides some merch and some very, very expensive figures and mousepads, the only Senran Kagura game that is still ongoing is the mobile game Shinobi Masters Senran Kagura New Link, and it's Japanese exclusive, with no localization for Western release in sight, and essentially relying on fan translations. But besides, New Link, there's one other game that fans of the series are hoping that one day we'll get an update on, and that's Senran Kagura 7. 7 was teased at the end of Peach Ball Splash in 2017, but since then, no major information has been released about the game. There were a few interviews with Takaki about 7, with the most recent coming from February 2019, over 5 years ago, by DualShockers. The interview talked about the limitations and complications due to censorship policies about sexual content depending on the platform, saying there isn't something limited to PlayStation platforms, but more like something affecting all media in general on a worldwide scale. I'm worried about how things will go from now on. Senran Kagura's appeal isn't solely its sexiness, but cutting it would remove a lot from the series' essence. And of course, you can make interesting games without that much sexualization, but right now, I don't know how we can do that with Senran Kagura. Shortly after the interview in March 2019, we came to find out that Takaki had left Marvelous because Marvelous was restricting the depiction of sexual content in their games. But he has said that he would continue to be the big booby producer of Senran Kagura if a new game is in the works. More recently, Marvelous and Xseed have announced that they would be changing the ways they publish their games, where Marvelous USA will publish games from Marvelous, and Xseed Games to publish indie and third-party games. Noise Pixel had an interview with the president of Xseed, Ken Berry, and talked about the publishing split and mentioned that Xseed published Senran Kagura. Berry said, "The climate is now definitely very different from the heyday of the Senran Kagura series, and it's hard to see how that series could prosper in the West in this day and age." Which I highly disagree with. It's objectively false with games like Xenoblade Zero, Stellar Blade, and The First Ascendant, showing that people still like these kinds of games. There are still plenty of fans all around the world who are still interested in the series and would be glad to see a new entry. And there are people out there who will complain that this series is just bad just by it existing, and they should just be completely ignored because they weren't interested in the series in the first place. Keep Senran Kagura the way it is. What made it interesting in the first place. Stick to your guns and the fans will come. So at this point in time, Senran Kagura 7 is either in development hell for the past 7 years, or the project has been cancelled. But I want to keep hoping that it is still in development in some way or form. There are multiple moments throughout the years that fans hope to see 7 come back, like with the mystery game that Xseed Games were teasing at Anime Expo 2024 in July, or the Marvelous game showcase back in May. I hope that the game switched development from being developed on PlayStation to Nintendo Switch, with how PlayStation is very against sexual content being depicted on their platform, if it isn't realistic or cinematic like The Last of Us 2, whereas Nintendo lets developers do what they want. You've seen with the likes of Senran Kagura Beach Ball, Reflection, Omega Labyrinth Live, and Mugen Souls Z. And this is where we come to the climax of the video. I want to start a campaign where we show Marvelous that people still want Senran Kagura. that people still love the series, and that people want Senran Kagura 7 to come to fruition. This is the Save the Seven campaign. I want you guys to use this hashtag on any social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace. And if you can, tag Marvelous and kindly tell them your favorite game of the series, or your favorite memory of the games, or your favorite characters and how much they mean to you, and you want to see 7 to be released. And please, guys, if you guys watching this, please, please do not harass them. Do not demand anything from them. We're just asking for this game to be real. This is just demanding them, saying, hey, do this now or else. No, I do not condone that. Just tell them that you love this series, that you love with all your heart, and that you just want to see it thrive. You want the series to continue on. Alright, guys, and that's about it. Let's try to get Marvelous attention. Let's try to bring Samurai Kagura 7 back up to the spotlight. Tell them that we want Samurai Kagura 7 to be real. That people love this series, and, you know, we just want to see this series continue from where it's at this point, where just nothing. And see where, the series can grow and continue on and have more, conversations about Senran Kagura, the series characters, and all that stuff. So don't forget to, use the hashtag Save the Seven on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you can, and just share your memories of the series. So, with that all being said and done, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Power out. Yeah.